What's up, everyone, and welcome to another Monsters of the Day. Today, we will be looking at an elemental. More specifically, the Chwinga from Tome of Annihilation. Now, you may be wondering what these things are, so let's get right into it, shall we? The Chwingas stand at about half a foot to a foot tall, or about 15 to 30 centimeters. They are these black, little, almost porcelain-like dolls with white masks on, with various little markings on their mask to distinguish which ones there are. The masks themselves might take on the look of an animal's face, or it might just be a plain white mask. Their hair behind the mask is generally wild and unkempt, and they are very slender and lean creatures. It's not very easy to find these things, but if you manage to find them, a good clue into finding them anyways, is the presence of harmless insects and pleasant flowery scents. They also tend to be found in cool breezes and lusher surrounding scenery. But these creatures are not a creature that goes out and attacks things. God, no. They are incredibly shy, hiding individuals. They do not like fighting. But these little guys are naturally curious and fascinated by humanoids. They find us alien to their lifestyle. And if you pique their interest enough, and get followed by these little elementals, they can grant you a magical gift. Now you may be asking what this magical gift is. If this thing decides to touch one of your humanoid players, or if you, the DM, decide to let one of these little things touch them, if they're even found, mind you, they have the ability to grant a supernatural charm to that player. They can give one a day, each one can. Of course, it's the DM choice to decide what supernatural charm they gain. It's on Chapter 7 of the Dungeon Master's Guide for more information. But just some of the example charms that you can get. For example, we'll go to the DMG here. Charm of Restoration. This charm has 6 charges. You can use an action to expend some of its charges to cast one of the following spells. Spend 4 charges to cast Greater Restoration. Give 2 charges to cast Lesser Restoration. Once all the charges have been expended, the charm vanishes from you. So yes, I do think it is rather interesting what these things do, because it's a great way, if your party's not that full of magical users, to grant them magic. And it's not permanent magic, mind you, but it's slightly better than just giving them a basic spell scroll. On top of that, though, your party still has to find these little guys, which is much easier said than done. With a challenge rating of 0, you would think these things would be pretty easy to find. Except for the fact they have a +7 to their acrobatics, a +7 to their perception, and a +7 to their stealth. On top of this, they can also cast Guidance at will, and cast Pass Without Trace at will. Meaning, if these things really wanted to stay hidden, before they even roll anything, they have a +17 to the roll on their stealth check, with an additional D4, plus whatever else they roll on the D20. So yeah, these little guys, very hard to find. But if your party comes across them, or if your party happens to pique their interest, perhaps you can get one of their boons. That's all for today, folks. I've been your host, GSmith64, and this has been the Monster of the Day. Farewell.